What's good, everybody? This is a planned impromptu deals and drills. I need to tell a story. It's not my story. That'll make sense later on in the broadcast. But trying to get a few people in here before I start talking about what actually needs to be spoke about. Um, if we can get some tags, right? We can get let's see, I'm gonna go on my page and see if I can tag people like Easy Jackson, uh, and Hazzy and a few other people. Um, Shinyear. Let me see. Um, yeah, like I said, this is something that I wanted to something that happened that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to tell people about, but I really didn't know how to say it. Um, and it was really hard to process for a while. Like it happened, and there was some jokes and some ha ha he he's and some of those, but it, you know, in hindsight, it was a dangerous situation, and we were lucky to have um, black women and the black woman in particular on on deck to help with the situation. So I'm tagging a few people, but I'm not going to be on here just tagging the world. I just want to tag a few people and make sure that there's some things that spoke about or some things that said that need to be said, and to make sure that the narrative that's supposed to get out gets out, and not anything other than that. And also to make it a teachable moment and try to help someone else and try to stop things like this from happening in the future. All right. So I don't know who's on here because this broadcast has been shared to a lot of places. It's been shared to the Pit Fights YouTube. It's been shared to my page. It's been shared to a Pit Fights um, Facebook page. So I don't know who's on here. So you'll have to comment on the actual stream for me to see who's on here. All right. So after that, thank you. Um, if y'all can tag some more people, and we'll go ahead and get into this. We'll go ahead and get into this. So Pit Fights had an event, and if you're here, you can comment in the comments, and I can see that you're here. And if you have any questions, I'll be trying to answer those questions as I can, as I can. So Pit Fights, we had our fourth annual Pit Appreciation Day, and y'all saw me post about that. Y'all saw me. Matter of fact, I'm sorry. I have to tag one other person um, in here real quick. So I'm sorry, and let me get okay. I'm sorry. One more. Let me get. Boom. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, this wasn't planned. I just know I wanted to somehow address this, and so this is what it is. So Pit Fights had an event on the 19th, last Sunday. And if I mess up dates or whatever, don't hold me to that. So we had an event last Sunday. I believe it was the 19th. It was our fourth annual Pit Appreciation Day Award, where we give out awards and we to our fighters. So, and I call my battlers fighters because they lyrically fight. So we were giving out awards in an establishment that we've been in many years. We have a very great relationship with this establishment, with the people in the establishment, and we're not new there. We're not new to them. They're not new to us. Um, it's pretty much our home venue. So we gave out awards and we had battles and we had all types of battles. We had we had we had battles with actually our first tryout battle. We had a person who identifies as a woman, and the pit is not new to that. We've had openly gay people in the pit. We've we have bisexual women in the pit openly, and so we're very um, tolerant is not even the word, because tolerant means we're putting up with some shit. We're very inclusive, and we're very we don't we don't give a what, as long as you can do what you're signing up to do. And that comes from the top. That comes from my mindset. That comes from Apex mindset. That comes from Ray Cobain's mindset. Um, and it comes from the mindset of the fighters. Because we can't strong arm anyone. I'm 5'10", 160 pounds. So it just comes from respect of people and how we operate. So, you know, we've considered out, we're very proud of that, to be honest, because we know we've led the charge in that and being inclusive in battle rap. We've led that charge. Um, so we do the battles and we do some awards. Now we come up to the final battle, which is the title battle. So while this battle is going on, and now I have to judge this fight because I'm the owner of the league, and the precedent has been said when we have title fights, Shaka Pitts judges the title fights. So I'm judging the title fights, and as I'm judging the title fight, I'm judging the title fight using what we call a pit scorecard. And Ray, if you can you put up a pit scorecard so so people can see the to see why to see the intricacy of it and to see why my mind needed to be focused on what I was doing. So we have this battle going on in real time. The battle is going on in real time. I'm sitting behind I'm not even usually when the battles go on, I'm standing on camera. I'm standing on camera, and you can see me right there on camera reacting, laughing, joking, haha, kiki. But because I'm judging this battle, I'm in a different mindset. I need to not be a fan of the battle as much as I need to be um uh, uh a judge of the battle, right? I need to be a critique of the battle. So I'm sitting behind an actual banner, a banner that's sitting on a table. So the banner is person high, sitting on the table, and I'm behind the banner, so you can't see me at all. And I'm judging this battle. And we're going to see if we can get a picture of the pit scorecard put up so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm judging this, and Ray, if we can give them a whole screen of this, we give them the whole screen of this. This is what I'm judging in real time. This is what I'm doing. I'm judging each battler on these categories in each round. So most people, it takes them 30 minutes to do this at least. I'm doing this in real time as the battle goes on. All right. So this is what's happening. And while that's happening, I get approached by someone, and they say to me, I want to talk. I need to say something um, after this round. And I said, and they began to say that someone went in their room, um, someone someone went into a room in the facility that they weren't supposed to go into, and this room belonged to this person, and this person feels like this person the person went in their room knows better, and they feel like it was some nefarious activities going on, and they want to address it. Now mind you, I'm thinking that this happened in real time, right? So I'm like, okay, or during this event. So I'm like, okay. All right, I hear you. I'm processing this, and now the battle's going on. So I'm like, you can't just jump in the middle of the battle because this is a title fight. This is going on. So, and I'm still the people are still battling. They still spitting. They still going in. So I'm literally like using some superpowers here, right? Because I'm like, I hear you. I hear you, but I can't process and do no math on this because all my math is over here, right? So they continue to hover over me as I'm doing so I said to them, I said, we'll handle this after the fight. We'll handle and after and again when I say fight, I mean the battle. We'll handle this after the fight. So after that, this person walks away after hovering over me. They walk away, and then the fight ends, and now I go up to judge this fight. We're giving judgments of the fight. And as we're giving judgments of the fight, this happens. Ray, can you play the footage, please? So this footage has never been seen, but this is what happened. As I'm judging, as I'm trying to give my judgment for the fight, this is what happens.
Hey! Can I have y'all's attention? Can I have y'all's attention for 1 second? I have to make an announcement. I need to tell my story. So, glad to have y'all on the first time y'all were here.
No. We're not going to do that. No, we're not. We're no. Please, you are not touching me. You are not touching me, Ray. You're not doing this. You're not doing this.
I am tired of waiting for black man silence.
Black man silence, and we're having an event, Ray. Can I get a representative?
No.
Is there another representative from this organization?
No.
Is there another representation from this organization?
I'm tired of waiting for your attention.
I don't even know this lady.
Let me tell my story, and I will go.
Yo.
Stand down.
Hold on. Oh, Ray, you're out of line right now, Ray. You're out of line right now. I let you touch me, but you're not going to bark on me. Ray, you're not going to bark on me. I'm a whole grown man. You're not going to bark on me.
Let me tell my story. This is the one thing you can do for us right here.
Yo, what did I say? What did I say?
What I need for you is not to calm me down. I need you to get your man. I need you to tell them to know if you are down for me, if you are a man and you are down for me, tell them to silence right now. If you are a man and you are down for me, tell your niggas to shut up.
Man, I'm not being quiet.
Shut
No.
up.
Next judge, yo. What you talking about? Yo, who is this, yo?
I live here.
We understand that, but what's your point right now?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know this lady. She just pointed at me. Who is this?
The first time y'all were here, this person violated
Yo, I'm about to get
my space.
Who is in his face?
Bro, we're not doing that. Bro, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Ignore her.
Who? Who's he talking about, bro? Please come in and find out. Let me find out.
This was the back. Ain't no fucking bathrooms up there. Ain't no fucking bathroom. All I asked you was fucking apology. You have been here. I have come to learn he's been here. He is familiar with the space. He knows where the bathroom's at. What the fuck are you doing upstairs? You needed to take a break. Fine, I understand. You want to chill? Shit is hype. I am okay.
We're going outside.
And what I asked again.
We're going outside.
Welcome to Pit Fight.
We're going outside. We're going outside.
So what happened there was that person was starting to throw around terms and phrases such as violated me, my space, knowingly violated my space, black men, silence, trigger word, my story. These are all words and all phrases and all mannerisms that are dangerous to black men when people like that throw them around. And that person approached me and people in there with aggression. with ways that a man could not a man could not do that to me. I was confused. I didn't know how to carry it. Number one, they're putting their hands on me like this, then they're barking on me, and then they switch from that to saying that they've been violated and that someone knowingly went into a room that they, whoa, we're not going to do that. Which is why Hazzy stepped in and said, no, because she understands what's going on as a Black woman. And Hazzy, if you would like to come on here and say something, there's a link I can send you, or Ray can send you in the inbox right now for you to come on here if you want to express why you stepped into that situation and what did you see as a Black woman that was going on in that situation. Because for me, it was very, you know, that person doesn't identify as a woman. How do I know? Because when I first met this person, I called this person sis, and they went off on me years ago. So I know they don't identify as that. So I don't know if they identify as a man either. I don't know, because you know their pronoun is they. So I don't know. But what I do know is there was a lot of masculine energy up front. For you to step in to my event, to pit fights, to my people who love and adore me and respect me, you go step in there and do that to me, you had no fear of consequences. None. You didn't think anyone was going to do anything to you. But yet you present this aggressive energy. That's weird to me. So I can't do anything with that. And then you flip from that aggression to now you're Karening and saying, throwing out the phrases, violated my space, and your Black men are not going to silence me, and things of that nature. That triggers me. Now all I see is a Karen, and I see danger. I see police charges. I see a soiled reputation. I see a no-win situation. I can't treat you with the energy that you brought to me. I can't do that. But yet I'm supposed to respect your position. I'm supposed to respect your identity. But yet you approach me with this super aggressive masculine energy that I can't do anything with. Because I know if I would have pushed you after you put your hands on me and barked on me, I know if I would have stepped up to you and treated you like that, then I'm losing. There's the no-win situation for me. Because in court, they're going to treat you like they're not going to care what you identify with in court. They're not going to care. I'm going to be a domestic abuser. There's the no-win for me as a Black man in that situation, and that is frightening. Frightening. So we left their venue. And I proceeded to give my judgment outside. I had to give my judgment outside. Peace, Queen. Because it was not a safe situation in there for myself or for any other of the men inside there. And that person actually came back, had some reinforcements there that we weren't aware of. So they were on some BS. So I just want to make some things clear, get some narratives out there, make some things clear. But that's secondary to the fact that we need to have, this conversation about, people, people like that. And when they present that type of energy, like, how do you treat that? How do you carry that? What do you do with that? Because I know me as a Black man, I don't know the rules of engagement there. I just know that I need to leave the situation. I know I can't match aggression with aggression, no matter what you identify with. And I'm very, I call people whatever they want to be called. And as you see, I haven't called that person anything other than they. Because I'm not here to disrespect, and that's not what I'm about. So I am very respectful of people's identity and how they identify. So is the pit. And so, yeah, and I'm going to bring Hazzy on right now, but I needed to get this story out, and we need to this conversation needs to be had somehow, some way. And Black women, y'all need to be on the lookout for those type of things, because Karens come in all types of shapes, forms, and fashions. You know? So, yeah, we have Hazzy.
Hey y'all. Hey Pitts. Hey Shaka.
Hey, what's up, Hazzy? How you doing? Thank you.
That's wild. Watching it on footage is even more wild.
And so, for the record, no one has seen this footage. This is my first time seeing the whole footage. Ray, Ray has the footage. I didn't know the camera was rolling because Ray was walking around, but Ray passed the camera to somebody else. So I didn't even know the camera was still rolling. I'm glad it was, because there's been some situations where this footage may be needed to prove that what happened actually happened.
Yep.
So Hazzy, what's your perspective of what went down?
At first, I didn't know what was going on. I thought she was trying to stop us because we went over time. So as you can see, I'm in the back, and Mac is next to me, and I'm just like listening, because I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I didn't want to just jump up. It didn't really concern me until you told her not to put her hands on you, and I saw her like put her arm in front of you, and I asked man, I said, what the fuck going on? So you could see in the background, I just take my earrings off, because now I'm prepared to fight, because I don't know this before she said all the trigger words and stuff. So I'm like, why is she putting hands on people? And I know you couldn't hit her back. So my thing was straight into protecting mode. I was hoping I didn't have to go there as far as putting hands on her, but then I don't know what type time she on. And the way she was speaking was kind of like she was irrational already. So I had to go in ready for whatever we had to do.
Right.
And then when she said she pointed at Julio and said something about you violated. When you say violated, I already knew where it was going. At that point, I already knew where it was going at, because I'm a woman, right? And as a woman who has been violated before, and then I put all of it together, talking about telling stories and stuff. No, we not doing that. Not here, not now.
Yeah.
First of all, this is not something that needs to be broadcasted. If something even did happen, let's say something really did happen, she really was violated. This is not the time to tell your story to us. What I saw was, I felt like my Black men were being attacked. That's what I felt. So I just went into protective mode, because nobody could hit her. It's probably 30 men and 5 women in there or something, like some crazy ratio, because you know we don't have a lot of women.
Yeah.
So and me being like one of the longest, females that been around y'all, I took it as my duty to protect y'all, because all it took was one phone call to the police. That's where my mind went. One phone call to the police. They coming in here and they're gonna go on her side because she's a woman and she's accusing a Black man of doing something to her. They don't want to hear nothing else.
And even the narrative, the way it was spoken, we didn't know that this happened last event.
Yeah, I thought something had just happened. Like at that time. Then she because she said she pointed to Julio and she said his name. And I'm like, no, we're not doing that. We not. Like, my thing was, get all the men out the room right now, because I don't know what else she about to say.
Right.
And it actually went a little longer. Well, it went longer than the video actually showed, because that's when Ray started packing up, because I was trying to get everybody out there. I was not leaving that room with her in there with not one man. I don't care if I knew the man or not. You can't go throwing around words like that. You can't do that.
No, you can't. And that's what, and like I said, I was triggered. I don't know, Ray, if you do have the footage, but I actually said, I don't feel safe in here as a Black man. I said that. I said, I don't feel safe in here. Like, because again, this is, I've been on this earth for a minute. Like, I've heard, like, I know what that means.
Yep.
I know when you throw my story, when you throw in violation, and you throw in black
men are silencing me.
What? what?
Yeah, like
So where what I learned after the fact, because it didn't make sense to me, and y'all saw it. Y'all saw when it first happened. I stood back like, okay, what? Like we just spoke, and then when they said tell my story, I don't know. You can see my head cock. I cocked to the side.
yeah, like yeah.
Like what? And then I was starting thinking. I'm like, yo, was trying to do this on camera in front of and because my thing, because I was like, yo, we're gonna go. You know, we're gonna address this. We're not gonna let this go, right? After they get finished doing, after we do, because we paid for this event, we paid for this venue. After we get finished with this, I'm gonna pull whoever's the issue to the side. We're gonna, we're gonna get whoever you're safe with, and we're gonna get some other people from this establishment, and we're gonna see what the heck is going on, and hash this thing out and do whatever needs to be done from that. But they just jumped in and just shanghaied the whole thing. And what I learned after the fact is the reason the whole Black Man Silence is they approached one of the people from the establishment. And
I found that out after. I talked to yo after,
right. So,
and found out.
Right. So he told them, okay, we're gonna handle this. But not while they're doing what they're doing. So we're gonna,
and that would have been the appropriate thing to do.
Yes.
Just wait. Like he told her that it was gonna get handled. Yes. You told her it was gonna get handled, but she want to make a spectacle.
Yes, and not only that, but not just handle it. They wanted to do it in public, in front of everyone, which I had a big problem with. And again, this is not my first rodeo with Yo. I've worked with Yo over the summer, and I told y'all, Pitts, that they did this thing with a kid. With a youth, went all off topic with a youth said use the off-color term as youth have to do amongst each other. Yo, that's gay. Yo, that's whatever. It's 14, 15 years old. Olds are apt to do, right? And instead of making it teachable moments, pulling someone to, it's always we gotta have a big forum. We got to have this big conference and put this person on the spot or put the situation on the spot and make it a whole big thing about them and identities and learning the alphabet. Like, oh, whoa. These kids are here to learn how to ride bikes and learn some. So like you can give them that, but you can't beat them across the head with it. So I knew what this was about, and that's why I said no. We're not going to do this. Because I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make a spectacle. You're trying to put someone on the spot. You're trying to make yourself the center of attention when it's unnecessary. Whatever you have to do, like whatever healing needs to be done, because we received a lot of things that weren't about us. So I just want to leave it there. Like, listen, we need to have a conversation amongst ourselves on again, Black women being aware of these situations and being able to protect Black men in these situations. And people in that community being aware of how, again, I don't even like the ally term. I don't even like to use that because I'm like, yo, I treat people like people. You know what I mean? So it's not even about, for me, it's not even about no ally or whatever. I'm like, whatever, yo. Do you. Just don't try to do me. I don't care what you do. You know what I mean? Do whatever you do. Just don't try to force nothing on me. Have at it. Do you. So I don't, and I'll even champion your shit, right? I'll make sure that someone else ain't stopping you from doing whatever it is that you have a right to do. Like, so that's my thing. So don't you? I'm not gonna let you portray me or my people like that, because we're definitely not like that. So you're really doing an injustice to if there is a cause you're standing for, you're doing an injustice to that, yo. You're doing an injustice to that, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. People who aren't like us, this is one of the reasons they be like, man, fuck that shit, man. Fuck them people. Man, fuck that alphabet shit. Fuck that. This is one of the reasons why they're not even willing to have conversations. You know, because they're scared they're gonna be pulled into a situation that they don't want to be in. You know, they don't have to be hostility because I call you sis and you don't identify as that. All right, say less. Just say, oh, I'm boom, boom, boom. And all right, my bad. Usually you'll get in my bag. Right? So you don't have to force nothing out of natural nice people, you know, etiquette. You know what I mean? Like nice
Yeah,
regular.
when that's your natural nature. Yeah.
That's
I
all.
don't,
You know?
I'm
So
just glad it didn't have to go further. I'm glad
me too.
whoever pulled her into the back and I got y'all out of there, because that could have been bad.
it could have been very, very bad, yo.
And you're
Again,
right. We do need to have these talks in our culture, because now I know people on Facebook, they be swearing that I'm so, like, I'm a feminist and I only go for women. And no, I don't. I go for what I feel is right. But I'ma always protect the black man if they need protected.
look, same here.
And
Hazzy.
that was one of them times where I felt like no man could have did anything
Nothing.
right at that
Helpless,
point.
yo, I was, like I said, I was helpless, Hazzy. I don't know what to do. Like, I mean, I know what to do. I know I need to get up out of here. But my natural instinct is a man. I'm like, what do I? Am I? Can I? You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? I need to get out of here because I can't do what my natural.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because I'm being approached with this masculine ass energy.
Yeah.
And
it was very it was very masculine.
No.
And that's why I ask you, like, Shaka, what we doing? Like, you can hit me all in what are we doing? What are we fuck what she's saying, because I don't even care no more what she's talking about. What are we doing? Because really I really wanted to go a different route with that. I really wanted to lay hands on her at that point, because it seemed so extra. It was so
very extra.
Extra.
And again, Hazzy, we've been around for 13 years. Name one, and we've had some thugonometry going on in the pit. We've had some real people in the pit. Not one person has ever thought to walk up and just take over our shit. Not one person. Not one person has never felt like that can be okay. No one. Like any man, even if they're about that, they know, oh, I'm gonna do this, but something gonna happen. But so what? But but Yo knew no one was gonna put hands on. Yo knew that no one and then they use that as a weapon. They use that as a weapon, and that is not cool. That is not cool. And so if you weren't there to do what you did, I don't know. I can't say what would have done.
I don't know what would have happened. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Like I can say, I can't say that I still wanted to get us to get out of there, but I don't know if they would have allowed us to get out there and get out in the way that we needed to. I don't know if we would have been followed outside. I don't know. I don't know if one of the brothers, as I'm walking out, if one of the brothers was like, man, fuck yo, and just treated them treated them like they were acting, or if one of our people were like, yo, who's big yo with yo, who's acting like they trying to do something. Because if you look on camera,
it could have went so many different ways.
If you look on camera, there's someone right next to me.
Right next to
giving me the ice grill. Giving me the ice grill. And that was Yo's people. So what if Cheddar who was next to Yo would have been like, yo, what the fuck you looking at like that, yo? What we doing? I don't know. Like I said, it could have went so many ways. And I'm glad Hazzy, I'm glad you were here. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I wanna if there's some comments, I can't see every comment or whatever. So Ray, Hazzy, I don't know, you're on YouTube, so I don't know if there's comments or any questions about anything. I'll answer those, but that's the story. Not my story again, but that's the story. And again, if black women, and again, so people to the Hazzy point, I'm on my posts a lot talking to black women, and some people think I'm talking down to black women, but I'm like, no, I'm trying to help y'all, because from my perspective as a black man, this is what we need is a black, right? So same way some black women are like, hey, black men, I'm like, hey, okay, I ain't mad at that, but hey, black women, because y'all need black women to talk to y'all. I'm talking to you as a black man, and boom, boom, boom. But at the same token, I'm saying, hey, black women, we need y'all, and guess what? This is a prime freaking example of we needing black women to play their part and protect us when it's time. And again, what protected us was not masculinity. What protected us was femininity, right?
Mhm.
A woman is what protected us from that energy that we was being attacked with. It was a woman who stood and protected us. No man energy could have done anything with that and won.
But made it
No
worse.
man made it
That's all
worse.
it could have did. Made it
Made it
worse.
worse. Made it worse, yo. Made it worse. So and Joey, you're right. It wouldn't have ended. Joey, y'all all saw the ice. If y'all saw the ice incident on camera, it can go down in the pit. If someone violates if some outsider violates and the green light has been given, it can go down in the pit. It can go down. So
Mhm.
so I also think the establishment that we had that event at, they support us in our stance. They support our they support our rightness in this situation, and they understand that that person was wrong. So I just want to say that. But again, if there's any questions or concerns, I'll give y'all till we on for 35 minutes. I'll give y'all 40 minutes maximum. And we'll get out of here. Hazzy, again, thank you very much for
No problem.
for
That ain't even nothing. I mean, I appreciate the things, but that ain't even nothing that I'll be looking for when it's
I
stuff
know.
like that. Because I always talk about how black men don't protect us. Like, I know y'all seen me post that. I always feel like certain times we be needing protection from black men and they fall short. But if I'm gonna preach that, then I gotta know when they need me.
Yeah, no doubt.
And it's never I gotta mind my business, because technically that didn't have nothing to do personally with me.
Yeah.
But sometimes minding your business is not the answer. And that was one of them times where minding your business, my business, wasn't the answer. And even though it's Pitt, as Pitt, that's all our business. But on a personal, that had nothing to do with me. Right. But I could already foresee the future of me not stepping in and just letting you handle it. Even if I just let you handle it by yourself, that wouldn't have turned out the same way.
No, because you see, I tried, right?
Yeah, you tried to walk away. You tried to tell her, leave you alone, put your arm, don't touch. You told her you felt unsafe.
I walked away.
She still was going. She still was going.
Yeah, so it's like, nah. So yeah. So if there's any questions, Joey, yeah, you right. Trey, you right. Hey, James, I appreciate you, fam.
I appreciate all the men too allowing me to take charge, because some of y'all, I know.
Yeah.
I know y'all will be liking, and I know I was aggressively telling everybody get out, but y'all was on it enough to know, like, this was one of them times y'all just needed to listen and just go.
Nah.
It wasn't no real fight back, no pushback. So
everybody from the 5-foot dude to the 6-foot dude walked out the building, like nah. So yeah. Again, thank y'all. Feel free to share this broadcast to people, especially if you have people in that community that are not like that, and that they would not, because again, we need everyone to be against that type of because like Hazzy says, we got to hold ourselves accountable sometimes, and we always talk about the Karens and the white people and all this stuff. No, sometimes it's in the house, y'all. And sometimes we need to have these conversations in the house, because it just wasn't. And again, I'm so equal opportunity. I say, the alphabet community, right? So like, it's not just that the alphabet community, it's the black thing too. It's a woman. And I'm not going to say a black woman, because they don't identify as a woman, right? But you do have people in that community that do identify as women, and that same tactic is used. It's the same, that same tactic is used, where it's like, and it's like, it's sometimes a lot of times the proxy for something else that they need to go ahead and take care of, and I dig it. And that's, I have empathy for that, but I don't have enough empathy for that to make myself a victim, or to make my people a victim, or be victimized without due process. And that would definitely not to be about to be due process. So yeah, y'all, let's heal as a community, let's grow as a community. And yeah, because this is definitely a community topic and community issue, and we all got to find better ways of dealing with each other, and dealing with our hurt, our pain, and regardless if it's virtual pain, or real pain, right? Like, I don't care. Like, we all got to find ways to deal with that in better ways, where we're not being the people that we don't like. You know what I mean? We can't do that, right? We can't label people when we don't want labels. We can't be treating people unfairly when we want to be treated fairly. Like, we can't just be, disparaging people when we don't want to be disparaged. We really have to try to operate and walk around with that mirror. Don't be afraid to look at yourself. Don't be afraid to look at yourself, and treat yourself accordingly, so you can treat everyone else accordingly. So that's all I have to say. We're at 40 minutes, y'all. Thank y'all. Share this broadcast. And Ray, I appreciate you for putting this handling the production side of it. And yeah, y'all be safe out there, community. Peace.
See ya.